the reason I'm able to decode people in a fractal manner, look at her patterns, is because my whole life I've observed it. I went to school for math and engineering, and then I started studying the Bible serious at 24, and it's like, okay, I'm rightly dividing the Bible, so I'm also able to rightly divide this place. And so I started to see patterns in people. So, when a con artist or a Jezebel or Delilah, they come out, try to sell you something, It could be job related. I had somebody recently offer a job, and the owners, these Indian guys, they were contradicting themselves. You talk to one, he'd say the opposite of this one, and they'd promise this amount, and then the guy tried to reduce the amount, and I said, well, that's not what you said. And then they wouldn't even listen. I knew it was just and I helped them out for a few weekends just to try the place, and there was high turnover. Anytime you got high turnover, that's a red flag, So I was able to say, no, I don't think I'll take this job. This is not for me. Because they were just con artists, They were liars. If you can't keep your word in the interview, if people can't keep their word and talk to you logically and not get all emotionally bent out of shape over stuff, then that's a red flag. So anyway, whenever I don't have to worry about it online because I got enough going on in the 3D. But when somebody in the 3D tries to show up in your holographic experience, you try the spirits, and I listen to them. I might laugh with them or whatever. Listen to the way they talk, and then the more they talk, the more they reveal their belief system, And then once they reveal their belief system, and it's usually about 99% of the time, it's usually way off, and so I just back away. Whatever it is, Even if it's somebody running a business, because if a person who starts a business is all about greed and not about helping the community or helping the employees, it's all about money. It's not about helping people. Then that person's not trustworthy because it's all about greed, And greed, if you study greed in the scripture fractally, you'll see what kind of person they are. They fall into many traps, because of the greed. Their greed actually destroys them, They really destroy themselves, to be honest with you. So anyway, you back off once you've seen a pattern, and everybody's got there's a little difference with everybody, but there's usually a pattern. And once you see that same repeat pattern, you're like, I don't think I need to be around this person. I don't even need to talk to them, because a lot of times these people they don't even make sense. If you're talking to somebody and they're not even making any sense, something's up. They're contradicting themselves every time they talk. They don't even remember the lies they told. You just get away from that person, because a liar will get you killed, My experience is there's a lot of women out there, if they can't Jezebel you, they'll get their new guy, their new boyfriend, and they'll tell lies about you. To try to get you hurt, The older people get, they learn these games, A lot of games out there. And they think you don't know what they are, but you do. And you see them and you're like, let's just play this. Let's let this play out and see what your patterns are. And after enough cycles, you see their pattern, and they're actually going to get worse Like saw one narcissistic video. I heard a narcissistic teacher say, over the patterns, the evil starts to appear, starts to reveal itself. So the patterns, it's like they get more evil over time. But well, they were evil the whole time, but the cycles reveal how evil they are. It's not that they all of a sudden got evil. The patterns reveal how evil they were to begin with. So they just put on the show for you in the beginning, and over a cycle of time, that evil started to appear, you know. And so that's the way Babylon is. You're born in this place, and you look around you when you're growing up, and you see some of your family, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever. You see some evil gut stuff going on, and you're like, maybe it's just this bloodline. Maybe they're not evil over here. And then you kind of experience other bloodlines. You realize how evil it is out there. It's a fractal. So Babylon starts to reveal itself early when you're young, but you can't see it until you really do the meditation and the research, and you realize Babylon is in the heart of man. The man and the woman who are sinners and reject God and want to be their own God or goddess. And so that's where Babylon is, in the heart of man. So the 666 is the old Adamic nature, the AI flesh mind. And so the only way to escape the AI flesh mind is you must be born again and receive the spirit of truth. Get in the Word and renew your mind with the Word. Get out of Babylon, because your whole family's in Babylon until they get saved. Your whole culture is a Babylonian culture. Your bloodline, your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your brothers, your sister, all of them are Babylon until they get born again. And so you rub shoulders, and when you finally cut them off, because you can't take it anymore, every time they call, it's Babylon. They live in fear and worry and doubt, and the news controls their emotions and all that stuff. And you're like, I can't talk to you anymore. And there's always some kind of drama, always something going on in the world. Somebody's always doing something crazy, and they're always going crazy, and there's always fighting and arguing and crying and throwing a fit. And you're like, I'm tired of this. But God didn't put me down here to deal with that. He wanted me to be in peace down here. And you almost have to cut everybody off just to have some peace, because most people are so caught up with Babylon that they don't even know it.